So guys, we are live at Madhouse. It's a creative I call it a creative of Unilag, and Madhouse stands for make a difference. So it has been really exciting. I didn't film us when we were entering because like I didn't take it so seriously from the start. But going out now with the experience that I had, I would say it is totally worth it. It is a very beautiful experience. We had people like pioneers in the industry to talk to us. Don't worry, I don't want to talk too much right now. I will just watch the rest of the video. There is a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn. We had a lot of fun. Everybody is going to be very mad. A lot of people that are here today are going to be very, very mad. Not like small but they are going to upscale their creativeness because I feel there is a lot of motivation there. Everything was just mad. Like the name inscribed, Madhouse.
First of all, we are home to Africa's greatest innovators.
And I'm like, hey, Otomodo, my name is Oga Boss. The guy sent, boss, is it you or is your account hacked? And then I said, no, it's me, I'd like to talk to you, and he sent me his number. And then when he called me back, he screamed for 30 minutes.
We got into the Madhouse open event featuring live performances, panel talk, and all of that, like people in the industry. And since my boy is an artist, he was asked to perform to give us something, and he did his song Pain. You can stream it on all streaming platforms. So basically, we're the one that opened the program. Hallelujah.
All I want is love, but I got a pain. No, my heart is broken, I wish you the same. Now I think I'm scared to ever fall again. Cause it's expensive pain, you made me feel again. No, my heart is bleeding, don't be what you gain. You just got me swimming in the blood of pain. Oh, the pain is kill, I'll never love again. I will try to make sure my heart beats again. Pain of love, I just had a pain. 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 Oh, I just had a pain. Oh, I just had a pain. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I had a series of performances and I really enjoyed them. But my favorite part will be the panel session where Mr. Kudus Onikeku, a prominent dancer and advocate of the culture of the Yoruba people, and Oga Boss himself, like the father, their father, Idi Bliss, came to talk to us. You know Idi Bliss, the legendary rapper and record label executive with multiple awards. He came to talk to us and it was very eye-opening, it was very educative, especially if you're an artist, you should watch this.
If you have a lot of potential, they will listen because they're creatives and their ears are always tuned in. They're always looking for the next writer, the next producer, the next visual artist. So on social media, a lot of people reach out to me, they want to rap. I'll give you a little story about Otomodu. When I was making my last album, my producers, we made a record called Full Chest. So he said, I think we need to reach out to a rapper for the first verse. And I said, I like Otomodu Black. And he's like, let's reach out to him. And then I took my Instagram and I typed to him. And I'm like, hey Otomodu, my name is Oga Boss. The guy sent, boss, is it you or is your account hacked? And then I said, no, it's me, I'd like to talk to you. And he sent me his number. And then when he called me back, he screamed for 30 minutes. I have that voice note. Someday I'm going to share with you guys. And he said, boss, who say that? Yeah, Baba, now your flow with a chop. Baba, all my guys in my entire anti-war gangster team, Baba, we were studying your flow. Tell me what you want. Odumodu, when I had to record that song and said, Baba, give me 2 days, I'll record it. He sent me his verse in 2 hours. Now, this is the other way around though. This is not youngin to, this is me, OG, talking to a younger artist. And the younger artist says, you inspired me, and I'll do it. Odumodu, when I had to shoot that video, I did not spend a dime. He shot the video, came into Lagos, shot the video, and that is what he continues to do. So all of that stuff you see on social media where he's doing goes with Black Bones, or he's saying some outlandish stuff, deep down he has a lot of respect. He has a lot of respect for the people that created the pathway for him. So as an artist, as you're coming up, who are your mentors? The day you see them, will you be really, really, really ready so that you can deliver that verse or that song or that painting, whatever it is, that, or if you're a dancer, can you dance and impress them in 5 seconds? So you gotta be ready, man. It's not about just saying I dance, I sing, I go to Madhouse. You really, really must be talented, or we'll fish you out. Thank you.
To us, we go first test you. In fact, we go first pursue you. We go pursue you like 1 year. If you keep coming back, then we know that you're serious. But if we pursue you twice and you leave, we know that that's one of those 2 or 2 million others. So let's focus our energy on the right guys. So that's number one thing. The other thing, just to kind of like move on from what you had said, when you are the world now, let me give you an example. My real superhero mentors are not very many, but they are not. Some of them are not alive. Only one of them is alive. Chino Achebe, Fela Kuti, and Wole Soyinka. Now I will talk on the one that is alive, which is Wole Soyinka. I have read almost everything Soyinka had ever written. The first time I saw Soyinka with my eyes in Germany, no, in France. Now, you see, I'm more confused. I've seen Soyinka in France about 4 times. I've seen him in Germany about 2 times. I've seen him in South Africa about once. I've seen him in Nigeria, Freedom Park, many, many times. I have never, ever been able to summon the courage to even say, good afternoon, sir. And this is even me. And now I'm the director of Yoruba Center. Jiba should have said, now that I'm the director, let me call in, like, we want to honor you. I don't even have the mouth. Just like what he said, are you even ready for that conversation? Is that one conversation not going to shut that up forever? Because, just like you said, in 5 seconds, you might see all my flaws. And I'm worried for that. I don't want to ruin that. So I never ever talk to him. I just greet him from far. Good afternoon, sir. And I will go. And that's also okay. Not everybody you admire, you should go talk to. You already know how to reach them. You read their books. You follow them online. That's enough. It's not until they come and touch your head like this and bless you before anything happens in your life.
And yeah, musicians, rappers, and singers and dancers were asked to come outside for recognition, which included my boy Samuel ABY. That you have listened to his song and you see that it's banger. You can stream it on any platform. Yeah, he has a couple of songs, city moves, city moves, city moves. Okay.
Let them see you. This is what it means to show up. Being ready. So listen, rappers, musicians, dancers, should they already be doing before they even come close to you at all? So please keep ruminating on that, and then we'll take our question. Please stand up.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, my name is Dave Kings. Greetings to you, what that was, Mr. Ibis, and greetings to you, Mr. Produce. Yeah, so this question is around to Mr. Ibis because I'm more of a musician than a dancer. So I'm an independent artist. I've been doing music for like 4 years now. I've been doing it with a group, but just last year I struck out on my own due to the fact that my other friends have gone to different schools. One is at the State University, the other is at Trinidad. So I'm at Trinidad here studying political science, Trinidad level currently. So I want to ask, because I see people like you and you guys are new, which is about Vector, Mode 9, and all the rest. How do you guys keep going? Because I've seen people who have this passion for music, and over the years they just like fade. They are no longer doing what they love. I love doing music. Even right now, if you check on my WhatsApp status, I give my people my WhatsApp. There's this app called Lab, so I create music every day. So I always make sure I'm always giving them under 24 hours. I'm ready to open something for them. So that's how crazy it is. But my question is, how do you keep going? Olamide just dropped an album, 15 years into the game, and it's insane. Even Black goes out to even like give him his flowers. So my question is, how do you keep going and make sure that this passion doesn't fade? Yeah.
First of all, I think you're such a leader because when they asked for the musicians, you were the only one that had the guts, the temerity to get up. So Kudus said it's a calling. Do you know what a calling is? Do you guys know when they say, oh, dance is my calling? Or when they say, being an actor is my calling? Do you know what it means? You know, it's like priesthood. It's like, okay, bro, get up. There's a new mosque. You're Muslim. Get up. There's a new mosque in Ikorodu. It's really small. It just has only 10 people. Go and grow it. Imam, be in charge. You're a pastor. You're a Christian. You're going to Abba. Our church is going there. We have nobody in the congregation. You just go there and grow it with very little resources. So you move from Lagos and you move to Abba or wherever, just to be able to create an extension of the main body, an extension of the headquarters. You see, for me, I have 13 albums. Do you know what that means? With all due respect, with all due humility, my first album was 2009.
Wow.
And I came into this game with nobody. I came in here because it was a calling. You know, I used to be a banker. My bosses thought I was crazy because we'll be in the car. I was in marketing. I was in oil and gas in Access Bank. So we'll be going for a meeting to the client, and I'll be in the back seat. I'll just be mumbling. Then my boss will be like, "Why are you always talking to yourself? Why are you always like whispering? Why are you always writing stuff down?" And it was me. My calling was nudging me. I was rapping. I was writing verses. I was writing verses in the back of a car, wearing a suit, a tie, and an ID card. I used to come here. How many people here live at? Is there still Fagunwa Hall here? Do they still have fine girls? My wife was in Fagunwa Hall. So I used to come to Unilag. They would send me to marketing. I'll carry the car. I'll carry the pool car, the departmental car, and come here and be doing big boy. Come and park in front of Fagunwa, and my wife called her there. She was my babe, and then we got married eventually. Wow. You know, but I was a banker. Yeah. And every now and then she looks at me and she says, "You know, you scammed me. I don't understand all this music and entertainment. When you came here, you were a proper banker in a sharp suit." You see, resilience. There's nobody in this business. They'll tell you from Ice Springs to MI to Lalipo to Modu to Black Bones, etc. Even to the singers, to Ricardo, to Runtown. They will tell you if there's one guy that his resilience, that has the resilience of 1,000,000 men, it is Oga Boss. You know why? Because nothing was handed down to me. So when I came in here, I came in and I swore from Yanopaja. I swore, I said, "Jesus Lord, you see this city, I'm going to take it. You see this city, I'm not going to come here and go back to the southeast." There's some people here, I don't know the people that are from the southeast here, but there's something about us. When you look at me, I look at Fino, I look at Flavor, bruh, we're not like Lagos, like you guys are spoiled. You have too much stuff. You have too much stuff. 78 radio stations, 134 restaurants. How many universities? The Southeast is in one section of Nigeria. The moment I stepped into this city, do you know what I say? I said, all of you are dead. And you know what? I'm not going to leave this game until I decide that it's time to leave. She spoke about what do you have to see in an artist that makes the artist different, or makes a creative different. I'll tell you a little story about a guy called Fino. So one day, some guy comes to my office, and he's been coming for so long. Then my office was in Omole, and I never gave him attention. Every day he'll come, he'll be like, "Boss, you know, I'm from 042. 042 is the phone code for Enugu. So whenever I want to identify outside Enugu, we'll be like, Baba Pukamoma 042, meaning I'm from the 042. And then when he said that, I'm like, "Okay, what do you want me to do for you?" He's like, he's been putting demos under my wiper, like his own music. He's done it for over 8 months. I'm like, "So where do you come from? Where do you live in Lagos?" He said that he's squatting with another artist called Jay Martins, which was living down the road. So I'm like, "So what do you want to do?" He said he wants to produce for me, and then that he also rap. No, he didn't even tell me he could rap. And then I was looking at this skinny, light-skinned guy. I'm like, where am I supposed to start with this one? There was nothing musical about him. Then eventually one day I just told him, "Come, let's get into the studio." And when I heard this guy's beats, when I heard Fino, he doesn't produce anymore. He's so successful now. He has other producers that do the work for him. But you know, it took Fino almost 7 months, consistently pestering my life to tell me, just boss, listen to me. And you know, did I listen to him? Every single thing that I had put him through in delay changed. You know what I told him? I said, you're the next guy. First of all, we're putting tattoos all over your body. We're giving you a mohawk and you're going to blow up. I'll put you on my record and I'm actually and we'll shoot the video. From there, we went to Go Smooth with Olamide. You guys don't understand. I want you to live here after listening to myself and Kudus. I want you guys to listen. I want you to take away something, You see the work, you can't cheat the process. You see the work, you see the actual, this guy is not sending me, but I'm going to show him. If you don't take this thing personal, if you think this thing is, oh, you just go get one app, sing over it, do some TikTok videos. That's why I keep saying you guys are spoiled. You're spoiled because social media has cut off the grind. There's something the grind does for you. When the grind clicks, you will have sense. That's why certain artists will never go broke. They will never go broke because when they were making money, they were saving. First real money, they bought their own houses. They stopped messing with rent. The next one, they signed their own artists. Do you know how many artists MI has signed? I went from signing Fino to signing Chidinma to signing too many people that we've touched their lives. And that's how I want you guys to move. I want you guys to move with the spirit of resilience. I don't want you to move the way that they typified Gen Z to move. Tell them that Gen Z might be your age, but there's an older soul in your body.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Otolorin Saiba. I am a VFX artist and a filmmaker. So, I make content online. But it gets to a point where you create. But what you are creating, people that know is good. But a lot of people are not totally interested in it. Like other genre of content. So how do you handle because the stress affects my creation, my future process, and every other thing I'm working on. So how do we handle it as upcoming artists?
Alright, thank you for that question. There's one thing that I just want to kind of like, in a way to answer that, to reiterate some of the things he said. See guys, I study social media and the effect it has on burnout for younger people. When we went to start the Q School, one thing that I did, I traveled around the country, to do the audition. And I explained to majority of the people that we were auditioning. I said to them, it is very easy to become a dancer in today's Nigeria. All you need to do is just watch some TikTok videos and start to imitate. And before you know it, you can actually appear to be a very good dancer. Appear. Because everything about this generation is the appearance. The appearance of it. So when you watch my video, or you watch Ogabos's video, it's easy for you to replicate it. In fact, you might even do it better than us because you understand those tools better than us. But there's something called character. There's something called ethics. There's something called grind. There's something called patience. All of those things you will not learn it by just looking at our videos. So for me, it's very important that you know that to be a good artist, all the things that I mentioned is precisely what you have to learn. Not just the skill of knowing how to edit effects, how to sing, how to write poems, how to dance, how to make good clothes. All of those things, they're just crafts. Anybody, any roadside person can be that. What's going to make you different from the 2 million other dancers? Because once you are different, you will be seen, even in the midst of 2 million people, will be able to identify you and say, that one. So, when you talk about creating, please, let's be very careful. The word create, to create, don't take it lightly. If he said, I have made 13 albums in 16 years, I know for somebody that works with AI, we say just 13, In 16 years, I can make that in 1 year now. Yes, you can. You see the irony? Your generation can actually make 20 albums in a year. In a day. Because all you need to write is a prompt. But the prompt does not understand the fact that you have to walk from here to Itisha to meet a producer that will do it. On your way, as you are walking, new lyrics is entering your brain. You cannot jump over the process. AI can design you a very good apple, but AI will not tell you that the taste of an apple reminds you of your grandmother. Because AI can never understand what taste is, what smell is. It cannot. It can do all the things that data can show it. Where I'm going to is, I'm still going back to my brother's question. Stop creating. Stop creating. And then wait if that thing that is inside of you will literally kill you if you don't create. That is, you will die if you don't create. That's when you should start creating. Then you will not need to ask questions about burnout or about it not making money. It's not making money because maybe it's not great art yet.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, my name is Ola, and my brand name is Ola's Art. So I paint and I draw, and I've actually been under a mentor. So my question is, at what point do you realize that probably this certain mentor and his way of teaching doesn't fulfill you anymore, or serve the vision you see? And then the second part is, I believe everyone is growing, everything is a process. You might paint today, and if you keep on grinding, yes, your art will get better. But before you get to that position, you are like, okay, I'm satisfied with what I'm seeing now. How do you learn to love what you create and boldly defend it when people ask about you? Because I wouldn't lie to you, I experienced that. I draw, I paint, and when people see it, they're like, wow, it's so nice. But when I look at it, and I won't say compared to people that I aspire, like, how do you think to create this kind of thing? So how do you learn to love what you're creating now? Although yes, if you keep on, you will grow. But how do you learn to appreciate what you create and boldly tell people and defend it and let them see the value in it?
Thank you very much. We're going to round up with these questions. I want both of you to answer it. And you asked two questions. How do you know when to do your freedom? Right? Do you guys understand what I just said? You understand the terminology that I used here? Oh, you don't. How do you know when to get your freedom? It's I think Yoruba terminology actually. But it means how do you learn when to exit your apprenticeship? So when you're done learning, you're done interning, you're done doing your apprenticeship, when do you know that you have grown your boss? You know, in a way, you're no longer learning, you should now be colleagues. Maybe a junior colleague but colleague, no longer serving. And your second question is, how do you get yourself to love what you're creating? Even if what you're creating is not the best that you know that you're capable of creating, but you love it enough that you feel comfortable and then you let it go. And you defend it. So you love what you're creating at this time. It is not the best that you know you're capable of, but you know that you love it and then you can defend it to whoever it is that comes to you. Are you good with that? Alright, I think this time we're going to start with Kudus.
I'll take the first one so that Oga Boss can have the last word. It's important. When to move on from your mentor. When I was learning, I was a teenager. Because I was very talented, I was very good as a dancer. I joined SS1. I joined the Cultural and Dramatic Club of my school in SS1. Majority of the people I met there, they've been in the club since JSS1. But the irony is that even though I lied to myself that I didn't want to join them, but I always peep to watch their rehearsals every time. Then I would go home to teach my younger ones what I was seeing. But I never had the courage to go join them. So eventually when they managed to get me in SS1, in less than a year, I became the dance captain. That was a sign. I'm getting somewhere, I'll just follow the story. By SS2, I knew, because now I was the dance captain, meaning I need to be the one teaching them. I knew that I couldn't resuscitate myself in that space anymore. So I need to look for an external space to resuscitate myself so that I can be useful here. Are you getting it? It doesn't mean that I left them. I just had to look for an external space where I can get more water. So I joined a cultural troupe that mixed together 3 schools that were beside each other. All the good talent in all the 3 schools come together. In about a year or 2, again, I became the dance captain. Then I knew that it was time for me to exit that place again. Then I joined the one that is all about Surulere. All secondary schools in Surulere come together to form a troupe. Then by the end of that, I became the best dancer inside there. I knew it was time for me to go a bit higher. Then I now joined a troupe at National Theatre. This is a professional troupe now. No, before then, I joined the Arts Council, the Lagos State Council for Arts and Culture. Amazing. All the top dancers were there. In 7 months, I had learned all their dances. And then we now start going to play drafts and playing football. I knew it was time for me to leave. You see, once you have that compass, that calling that we talk about, the worst thing that you will want to happen to you is arrival. You don't ever want to arrive. As we are here, myself and this man here, anytime we have a feeling that we have arrived, we will recreate another journey. That no, that was not where we were going. And because it's not about the mentor, please, that's why I'm trying to push your conversation now. It's about the journey itself. And the journey on the journey you will meet different people. If you focus on the journey, you will know that this person you met is just a bus stop. But what do you do to your bus stops? Don't destroy them. That is like, you see, this word is like snake and ladder. I prefer Ludo than snake and ladder. Because if you climb that ladder, when that snake will bite you, you go back to number 1. Me, I prefer, now I'm in step 2, I'm in step 3, and all the people you meet on the way, treat them with dignity and honor. Because you might still need them. So don't think there's an ending. This life is not about endings. The thing you ended today might still be the thing that will protect you or support you or literally safeguard you to your destiny. Because your destiny as a young person is in the hands of 3, 4, 5 people that spoke about you when you were not there. How they speak about you is very important. So the whole idea of leaving a mentor, don't have it. You can outgrow naturally. Your journey will make you move on, but don't break it. Don't close the door.
So it's not about the mentor, it's about the mentor, it's about the okay, I just wanted to make sure you guys were listening. Second question was loving what you and defending it. How many people here watched the film called King of Boys? How many people here knew that I was a certain character called Otogu Male? Look at that guy in white. Look at that guy in white. So I get that reaction all the time. I get it all the time, like, oh yeah, so Oga Boss and Otogu Male are the same people. So no, I met Otogu Male from King of Boys and he's an actor. Oh Jesus, oh he raps as well? You know, but it's all generational. You must forgive these things because people meet you at certain times in your dynamism. You see that oath I took at Yanopaja when I dropped, and I say, you see this city, I'm not, you people there, I must blow here. You see that willpower. Artistic people are very emotional. Very emotional. So I'll go to a Fino who was prodigy, who was somebody that was mentoring under me, and I'll say, and he'll listen to me in the studio and I'll be rapping. Show me any rapper out with this much audacity. My advice to the young, show more tenacity. Run the city, we seen every single atrocity. Listen, after this, you'll be like, boss is dope, but boss, you need to switch the flow. You need to switch it because the streets are calling for ethnicity. What's written on his pants? Can you see what he's wearing? So they are calling for ethnicity. So I'm like, okay, when the nazo genti bumie, when you open a noche, my money, my shiny bully, my name of Pakodi, Ogadipa Bloody, easily na Manaka Gadipa Modi. Same art, just different approach. And which is why I will never expire. And nobody here that is artistic, real, intentional, hardworking, resilient will expire. You know why? Because once you approach this game from a, do you know the people that inspire me? It's not like here where you say, oh, okay, I'm a writer, so such and such person has books and inspired me. Bro, there was nobody that understood what I was doing when I came in. Nobody. You're trying to be a rapper in as far back as 2008, 2009. How are you going to do it? You know what I did? Every day, if you come to my room, you see the kind of posters you see. You see Jay-Z, you see Rick Ross, you see Nas. So I put up all those pictures of all my global icons. Then when it went to fame, I'll put up Denzel, I'll put up Wesley Snipes. Then I started to read every single thing this guy had ever written. When the internet came, I started to watch their YouTube videos, and I started to say, oh, so Jay-Z, approximately just 3% of his income, his net worth comes from music. So it's champagne, it's endorsements, it's sports management, it's this, it's that, it's sneakers, it's this, it's that, okay. I mean, all these people trying to make money off streaming, you guys are joking, you're not understanding the big picture. Then I thought, I said, okay, fame, I want to do fame, and I don't want to fail. Kemi Adetiba, it took her 9 months to convince me to act. And I kept playing, I didn't want to act because I was scared. I'm like, if you move from music and fail, Jesus Lord, the way they're going to nail you, Nigerians are bitter people, Nigerians are hard. They will nail you like, okay, so this one, your career is not popping again. And then you look for another art to move. So you know what? I said, no, I'm going to do it my way. So Kemi, I'll name this character. I'll body this character. And we went on, myself and Reminisce, and Auntie Shola Shobowale, we made a classic. You see, so when they look at me now, my shakara has started. Because I don't want to act anymore. I want to make my own films. You know? But that wasn't always it. But because I knew, and I believed, see my guy, you see your belief is everything you have. You see your belief in what you draw when you sit down to sketch, when he sits down to dance and teach dance, when he sings. So everybody's looking at you. They're not sure. And once you give the body language of, I'm not so sure, they will nail you. You know artists that come to your basketball court, your indoor b-ball court, is it still there? Your sports center here, it's still there. You know some certain artists come there and they're performing and you like students are looking at them like, what's this guy doing? Because like that's it, because body language, because you're getting on stage and they're reading you and they're saying, this guy's not sure what he's doing. Let's clean this guy out, let's nail him to the cross. You must, every day you wake up, lay affirmations on your art and say, see this art will make me a name, it will make me a lot of money. It will give me respect. I don't want you guys to be the artistic community that likes to say, oh, we did it for the love. Me, I'm Igbo, I came from the southeast, we love money. So I want you guys to approach it the way the Easterners approach it. This thing, where is the money? Where is the money coming from? That way, you don't show me the money. You don't lose the artistry. So all the times he traveled and he went to Germany and he was meeting incredible people on the road, do you think he used the bike to those places? He got flown. He got put in hotels. They gave him money to ball. So that's how I want you guys to be the flamboyant artist that makes incredible art. I didn't say be an artist that's empty or has no substance, because same thing like in music will fish you out. You will have that fluky one moment of glory. One chance, then the industry will look at you again and be like, this guy is a scam. There's nothing in this guy. Conclusively, guys, believe in whatever it is you're doing, whether you're artistic, whether you're in business. Every day you wake up, you say, you see, this is my business. In fact, nobody can come near it. And leave your mentor alone, because your mentor also has his own headache. Thank you, guys.
Again, the panel session was followed by a series of performances, and I enjoyed them, especially this performance from Temiloluwa from Visual Arts Department. She's from my department, not from my unit, but from my department, and God, I'm so proud of her.
Presley, the Beatles, Michael Jackson. He went on and on about who he thought was the greatest. Not only his infrastructure to answer this question was misled and outdated. So finally, I kindly smiled and said, okay, my friend, greatest of all time. And I shared it also. Let me share mine. You see, because there is no debate about who is the greatest. You see, those artists you mentioned, the greatest made them. And you see, this artist is a beast, a lion, a name above names. You don't realize it, but your encounter is art every day. He deserves all the fame, deserves all the acclaim, because all other artists pass away, but he remains. And oh, by the way, his name is God, Yahweh, Creator, your Maker. He's infinitely creative. There is no one greater. And I can tell you're starting to get mad at people. Don't be jealous, because your favorite artist might bend forest, but my favorite artist can bend galaxies. You see, in his hands, he owns all the same, the author of life. When he said, "Let us make man." See, what if I told you that you were God's poetry? You were created because someone else was creative. You see, long ago, he picked up his eternal paintbrush, dipped it glowing, placed us in the story, and said, "They will live for me." I know this may sound strange and outlandish, but I know our lives is not a mistake, and neither are we a product of random chances. In the same way, we are not the vine, but the branches, and we are not actually the artist, but the canvas. Because in an instant, God started to make art, shaped you uniquely and beautiful individual right from the start. He crafted and made every arm, leg, ligaments, tendons, blood vessels, veins, arteries, and said, "They're gonna have a part of me." And about this time, the guy got it back and he said, "That sounds good enough, but I'm richer than filthy. Will God use me? Really?" And I laughed and said, "You see, that is what is awesome about this God. No matter what we've done, God can still use us. Even though other artists, when they have broken equipment, make excuses, but God doesn't refuse us. And neither does he accuse us, but he redeems us in Jesus and promises never to lose us." So stop saying you're dirt. Stop saying you're the scum of the earth. You have to be careful about how you talk about someone else's work. I mean, truthfully, if you believe that you were made in his likeness, then you stop saying you're wretched, filthy, shameless, guilty, but know you've trusted Jesus. You're righteous. And it amazes me to see that God calls the failed, the unqualified, the unworthy, and equips them. You see, that tells you that God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the call. So how dare you say you are not good enough? How dare you say you're worthless when he says you're priceless? And all I'm trying to say is, he's behind it all. You see, it was one who gave Van Gogh the imagination that changed the face of painting. Tell me who else is responsible for Mozart being able to play at the age of 5 without formal training. It was one who gave Beethoven the ends to make art on the keys. He made Stevie Wonder one of the greatest musicians of our time, and he couldn't even see. You see, just as our lives is broad time, this poem is broad lines. Because the most ridiculous statement I could ever make is, this poem is mine, because we are not self-sustaining, we are not self-creating. See, technically, nothing we do is original. We are just imitating. And this is not a diss. All I'm trying to say is this: even our own creativity is an outflow of this. And I end with this. You know the quote that talks about giving credit to who credit is due? Well, if that is true, I guess it's time to give God his rightful credit too. Because he's the God in the business of making all things new. And here's the truth: he's never trained making a masterpiece of you. Thank you.
It's a new dawn.
It's a new day.
It's a new day. It's a new life.
But I'm feeling.
I'm feeling. Fish in the sea. You know how I feel. River running free. You know how I feel. Oh, free. You know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. I'm feeling dragonflies out in the sun. You know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies are having fun. That's what I mean. Oh, sleep in peace when day's gone. That's what I mean. It's new war. It's a old war and a old war.
my connection to God, knowing that He's the source of the gifting that I have. And so I started to give it back to Him in all that I do. Thank you very much.
All that had performed were asked to come out after everything, and yeah, Temiloluwa won. But I'm a little bit sad and happy because my guy couldn't perform like officially. You know, he had a performance before the official start, like the official start, because he had, I think there was a mix up with the link he registered with. Maybe he registered the wrong link or something like that. He also had a couple of other events like games, photography, massage therapy, and paint and sip. And I don't have much. I had just 3K left with me, and I still want to register photography because it wouldn't make sense that I'm in Madhouse for the first time and I don't at least take pictures. So I went to where they were registering and the slot is closed. And again, it happened that again was trying to switch from photography to gaming. So they said we should talk within ourselves and we switched the thing. And that was when I saw my bosses too from music. They were prepping for their performance. They were like the last to perform. And yeah, I took pictures. Hopefully, I'll be able to post results later. And what is even crazy about this photography session was the day that I had to exchange with, the transaction was not going through. Like it was not even bringing her name, and I was using opaque, so I don't think it was my fault. And since she accepted like that, she was just like, "Okay, enjoy," and she just left the money with me like that. Oh, God of last 3K. So basically, my photography session was free. This event at Madhouse tagged Parastasi was nothing short of brilliance. I had a very interesting time there and I enjoyed the panel session most. One shocking thing is this Oga Boss and Mr. Kudus have been in the industry for almost 50 years. That's like times 2 of my existence, and these guys don't look that old. In my mind, I'm like, Robert, are you not a bastard? Another thing I learned is don't be afraid to speak or don't be scared. There was a part where they asked us to link up with one another. Anybody close to you, you should try and get their information and something like that. And since it is something like official like that, like it was announced, I don't think anybody should be ashamed to link up, right? But I was still skeptical because there was a time I tried to reach out to people. Like I literally went out and asked people to subscribe to my YouTube, and God, the experience was very bad. Since that time, I had vowed that I will not try to convince anybody to follow me or anything. But then I was like, what's the harm in trying? And that was even before the panel session. I didn't be it was after the panel session. I'm sure I would have linked up to maybe up to at least 5 people because I'm sure everybody went mad after the panel session. So I only linked up with Naomi and Dodge. Naomi was a sweet soul. She was very beautiful too. And that brings us to the end of my university series in Madhouse. Thank you.